Nice. All right, so let's get started. Okay, you are supposed to see a white canvas. Can you see a white canvas over here?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, then we can start. Okay, looking at your work, right? So we will start from the last question because the last questions is the harder questions. And then we try to go from the back then to the front. The front part is the easier questions. Okay? Okay, so for question 20, okay, I will say question 20. Okay, I'm not sharing your PDF, by the way. I'm just sharing this white canvas. So all you can
Yeah,
see,
I know. So
yeah, all you
I
can
can
see,
see.
yeah, all you can see is the white canvas, which I'm going to write my solutions on. Okay, question 20. Yeah, of course, you can also refer to question 20 with your phone or with your whatever it is. Okay, so it says the length of the lower part, upper part. Wow. So you have a river. Okay. Okay. Then they divide into three parts. Okay. So I call this the upper part. I call this the middle part. And then I call this the lower part. Okay. And they say they divide this river into the ratio 5. Let me see. Lower part is 5. Then this is 4. And then the top one is 3. Let me erase the 5. So the upper part is 3. So the lower part of the river is actually 7.5 kilometers long. So this is 7.5 kilometers long. All right. So, and then you are asked to find the upper part. Okay. Then you are asked to find this part, right? So I think you have no problem solving this because, okay, but let me show you my way of doing it. Okay. So I think your P6 method, if you use a P6 method, will be, so since the lower part, okay, which is 5 units, and this 5 units corresponds to the 7.5 kilometers. So 5U is 7.5 kilometers, right? And then of course you can find 1U is actually 1.5 kilometers. Okay, and then now you are asked to find the upper part, which is 3 units. Therefore, it's 3 times 1.5, and you will get 4.5 kilometers. And that is how you can get your answers, right? This is exactly, so this method is a P6 method, and you have used this method to solve this question. Okay, so you have gotten the right answer. Okay, then how about we don't use this method? Okay, because you just need to consider yourself, you have moved to sec 1 already. All right, so basically you are in secondary 1. How are you going to solve this how are you going to solve this question? I'm not saying you cannot use the P6 method. Okay, you can use all methods, but if you move to set 1, please start to use set 1 methods. All right.
Okay.
Okay, 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 good. So the way you do it is this. Let me go down a bit. Okay, good. So you know that the question is asking for the 3 unit, which is the upper part of the river. The question is asking for this, all right? And then you know that the ratio is actually 3 to 4 to 5. So this is the upper part. And then this is the lower part. Okay? So, and you are informed or you are given the lower part corresponds to a 7.5 kilometer. And by the way, this is the actual, we have talked about this. This is the actual distance. Okay? And then this is the actual distance. Okay? All right. And then now let me show you how you can actually solve this this using a better method, which is I call it the sec 1 method, which you will learn in your school going forward, most likely. All right. I'm not sure if your school will teach you the same thing like I do, but very likely they will. And I hope you will start to use the set 1 method because I think it's much simpler and faster. Okay, so you have the upper and then you have the lower. So what's the ratio between these two? The ratio between these two is 3 to 5. Okay? 3 to 5, right? Okay, you can write 3 to 5 in this. You can also write 3 to 5 in this format, and you can also write 3 to 5 in this format. This is a fraction format. Okay, and then this is the ratio format. But they mean the same thing. So going forward, right? Thank you for saying okay. Going forward, I think I will start to use the fraction format, okay, for ratio, because I find that the fraction format is neat and much simpler for me to solve all questions. Okay. Okay, so since I'm using the fraction format 3 to 5, then what I'm going to do is I just need to equal. Okay, I will equal it to can you yeah, thank you. So I will equal it to another fraction. Okay, and what I know is the question says the 5 units here, which represents the lower part of the river, it corresponds to the actual distance of 7.5. Therefore, I write the 7.5 below. Okay, and the question is asking me what is this. So if the question asks me what is this, so I use the x to represent. I use the x to represent what? I use the x to represent the, over here is the upper part of the river.
Wait, but doesn't that, okay, doesn't that mean like 5 divided by 2 equals to 2.5, 2.5 times 3 equals to 7.5. So 3 divided by 2 equals to 1.5, 1.5 times 3 equals to, wait,
1.5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So okay, I'm not, okay, you should end up with the same answer. Okay, whether you use the sec one method or you use the P6 method just now, you should end up with the same answer. Okay, you should end up with the same answer. I'm just showing you different methods. Okay, and I don't know how you solve this, and I'm going to show you how I solve this. Okay, because the way you voice out, the way you verbalize just now how you solve this is not how I want to solve it. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how I solve this. Okay, so see, so you have to establish this equation. This is called equation. Okay, you have to establish this equation. So once you have established this equation, you just solve this equation. All right, I'm going to do it here. So 3 to 5, and then 7.5 corresponds to 5. So x represent the upper length, the upper part of the river. All right. So how I'm going to solve this question is, you can do cross multiplication. I'm not sure if you have learned this before, but if you have not, so you should learn it now. So 3 times, so equal sign, copy it down, cross multiplication. So this is called cross multiplication. Cross multiplication. Okay, so I'm using cross multiplication. So you have 3 times 7.5, and over here you have 5x, because 5 times x. Okay, can you see the arrow? The 5 times the x, and then the 3 times the 7.5. So you have 5x. Okay, I don't want to confuse you. I don't want to confuse you the multiplication sign and the x. So I use the dot. So 3 times 7.5. Can you help me out? 3 times 7.5 is
3 times 7.5. 2.5.
2.5. So now x is equal to 2.5 divided by 5. And you're supposed to get 4.5, right? All right. So yeah, you will get 4.5. Okay, which is same as the previous one. This one. Can you see?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is, if I have established this equation, I can use cross multiplication to solve it. Okay, this is called cross multiplication. And let me show you what if I don't use cross multiplication. And by the way, you have to be familiar with all these different methods, because different methods give you different advantages in different situations. It's just like if you go hiking, you need a different pair of shoes. You cannot wear slippers, right? All right. So if you stay at home,
I want to wear slippers.
you can, but you will slip. You will slip throughout the journey, and most likely you will be the one who end up at the bottom of the hill, no matter how hard you try. Because if you wear slippers, imagine you go and hike. Okay, you wear slippers, you go one step, you fall back. You go two steps, you fall back because too slippery.
Yeah, that's so fake. Because like I got one slippers on the hike while we went up the hill.
That one is with steps, most likely. That's why you can step up. I'm talking about a slippery slope. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Never mind. So my point is not to argue with you whether a slipper is good for hiking or not. My point is different shoes they are suitable for different occasions. All right. Okay. So now I'm not going to use cross multiplication. I'm going to show you. Okay, 3/5. You can actually replace 3/5 with 0.6. So x over 7.5. Okay. So for this, so I changed the 3/6, which is the 3/5, which is a fraction. I change it to 0.6, which is a decimal number. And then if you look at this, you can actually write it as 0.6 is equal to x over 7.5 is actually divided by 7.5. All right. Okay. And then if you rearrange it, actually you don't have to rearrange it. You just ask yourself, x divided by this 7.5, you will get 0.6. Meaning this 0.6, you can actually write it. You can write the 0.6 here also. Okay. So if you have x divided by 7.5 equal to 0.6, how do you get x? 0.6 times 7.5, right? So what do you get?
0.6 times 7.5, 4.5.
4.5. Okay, so good. So what I have shown you here is without using cross multiplication, you can actually solve it this way as well. Over here, I use cross multiplication. Over here, I never use cross multiplication. Okay, I just change my fraction into this decimal number, and then I just solve it like what you do, like 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. Okay, similar to this. Okay, so different shoes for different occasions, and then different methods for different purposes. All right, so please use them. Okay, I hope you are aware of all these methods and use them appropriately when necessary. All right, so we have completed part 1 of the question. Okay, using different methods. Let's move on to the next one. Whole river. Okay, whole river. So I think the whole river, your P6 method is, so basically the upper part is 3, and then the middle part is 4, and then the lower part is 5. So you are going to find out what is the total, right? So is the total unit 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 12, right?
Yeah.
So the total is 12U. So 1U is 1.5. So 12U is 12 times 1.5. Can you help me out? 18. Okay. So, yep, I'm looking at your answer. Yep, I'm looking at your method also. So yeah, 18 kilometers. Okay. So this is the way you do it if you use the P6 method. Okay, you are correct. Okay, I'm not saying you are wrong, but like I say, you have to move on to set 1, and then of course you can actually use the set 1 method. Okay, the same thing.
What school am I supposed to be in?
Oh, your school will teach you one of this. Okay?
I don't know what school am I going to.
Silagos, right?
what is Cedar Girls' School?
Cedar Girls.
I think I'm going to Crescent Girls, but I also don't know.
Okay, never mind. Whichever school you go to, they have to teach the national curriculum. Okay, national curriculum. So the national curriculum is our the syllabus PDF. Okay, is the syllabus PDF you can refer to. Okay, they have to teach the same. They have to teach the same concepts, but of course, better schools teach more concepts. But this is the basic concept they have to teach. Okay, they cannot go off track too much. Okay, so if you use the set one method, so like I say just now, so 5 over, so this is the lower part, right?
Yeah.
So 12 is the entire river. So this is the entire river. So the lower part of the river to entire part of the river is 5 to 12. So 5 corresponds to 7.5 kilometers. In fact, you don't have to write down you don't have to write down the unit. So now you need to find out, since I have used X just now, I'm not going to use X anymore. I cannot use X so many times. X represent over here, X represent the upper part. Okay. I cannot use the X multiple times for the same question. What did I say?
You cannot use the X multiple times.
Correct, for the same question. You cannot use the same letter for the same question. Okay, so X represent so I have written down just now, X represent the lower part, upper part. So X represent the upper part of the river. So now they want to find the entire river. You cannot use X anymore. You need to use a different letter. You can use Y or you can use A, up to you.
P.
Okay. C?
P.
Okay, good. So let's say you want to use P. I use P. Okay, so P is to represent, P, yes, to represent. Looks like you are very into drawing. Okay, after this, I will let you practice. Okay, don't worry. Represent. Hey, do you watch the video? I teach you how you can link your iPad with your.
No, I did not. I did not. I'm too lazy.
Okay, please go and watch it. I don't want to see you use your mouse and then the letters you have written are so ugly they look so ugly.
Just so mean. Just so mean.
Not only they look ugly, but angular. You see? Angle, so angular.
Child abuse.
You see? Angle, so angular. Okay? You look at it, so angular. Can you see they are very angular?
Child abuse.
Never mind. Later, in between, we are going to have a 5-minute water break, toilet break. Go and watch that and come back and link it up.
No.
But you must have an Apple Pencil. Yeah.
I don't know where the Apple Pencil went.
Oh, by the way, you don't need to. You know why? I think you can draw better with your hand on your iPad. Okay? It doesn't look so angular. Right now, when you write with your mouse, every letter is so angular.
I'm not writing with my mouse, I'm writing with my finger.
No wonder they look so ugly. Anyway, represent the entire river. Okay, so once you have this is called a what? This is called an equation.
It's called an equation.
An equation. So once you have an equation, so how you do it? Okay, you can use cross multiply, right? So let me use cross multiply. 5 times P, 5P. Equal sign, just copy that. 12 times 7.5. Can you help me out? So 5P is equal to? Can you help me out with this?
12 times 7.5. 90.
So P is equal to 90 divided by 5, which is 18. Okay. So I'm not going to demonstrate to you the change this fraction to the decimal point a decimal number, the method. You are going to do it on your own. Okay. So I think it's enough for me to just show you one, and then the other you just practice on your own. All right. So that's how you get the second part, which is 18 by okay. The river is represented by a curve of length 6 cm. This is once again 6 cm on map. Okay, so 6 cm on map, and then 18 kilometer actual. Okay, or in reality.
In reality. Can I write the in reality? No, okay.
Okay. All right. Can you write it beside? I want to see how ugly it is compared to mine.
Just so mean.
Because I consider my handwriting is the worst. Okay. If you can get worse than mine, then you have won the award of writing the worst handwritings on earth. Don't force yourself too hard.
Wait. I found another method.
Of course, type, right? Whatever tricks you have. Okay? I knew it. Okay. I used to be a student as well. All right. So how to do this? 6 cm on a map, 18 kilometer in reality. So what this means is you have to find out the scale. Okay. So in fact, I think during our face-to-face lesson last week, okay, we have looked at a map from I think Paris to London.
It was a very bad.
And then what, St. Petersburg to Moscow,
somewhere
right?
else.
Yeah, Moscow. Yeah, how come
Somewhere
I can remember? How come I can remember all these, but you can't? Huh? All right. So we have looked at.
Small brain.
You said, I thought you said you have a big head, small brain.
I have a small head and I am small brain.
Okay, never mind. So over here you have the map length, and then you have the actual distance. So you need to somehow form a scale. You need to form a scale. Okay. So over here the question says, yeah, the scale of the map. So by the way, every map should have a scale. All right, every map should have a scale. Okay. Why?
Okay.
Why?
Because like if you don't have a scale, then you don't know where it's north, south, east, west.
This is a type. Wait. Just now what you said is that one. This north, south, west, east. This is a direction.
I know.
Okay, I'm talking about scale. I'm talking about scale now. How come you? Scale is scale. Direction is direction. I'm not talking about direction now. I'm talking about scale. Why do we need to have a scale?
1 to something, so that you know in real life around like how far is it?
Okay, so I think somehow you understand it, but you couldn't verbalize it in a very clear manner. Okay, so
yes.
Okay, so we need to have a scale on a map, so that in fact we talked about how to find the actual distance last time. So I remember Paris is here, and then London is somewhere on top, and then this is the map distance. Okay, by the way, let me show you. I can actually insert a straight line. Dun -dun. Okay, so in fact, if you don't have a scale, okay, you don't have a scale, so you can measure this on map. Probably I think is 3 cm here. Okay, let's say if you don't have a scale, then you will not know what is the actual distance. right? You cannot find out if there is no scale. If there,
What if London and Paris is actually 3 centimeters apart?
cannot. Oh no. Paris and London is 3 centimeters apart on a map.
But what if actually they're actually 3 cm apart?
Yes, exactly. So if there is no scale, you cannot find out the actual distance.
Okay.
Okay. So generally, a good map, besides having a compass, north, south, west, east. Oh, by the way, if they give you a compass, they don't necessarily give you all direction. They will just show you this. This is good enough. This is good enough. Okay, because if they show you this is the north, right? Then
So it's east, west, and south.
Yes. So in fact, sometimes they can give you north in this direction. So the south will be here. South is always opposite to north. And then of course they have to form a 90 degree. Okay. Then this is west. And then this is east. Okay. So they don't have to tell you the 4 directions. Okay. They just have to tell you one of them. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So you don't assume that, oh, they have to give you 4 of them. They just have to give you 1. Okay, so if there is a scale, then you can find out the actual distance. So normally a good map should have a direction, which is a compass, and they should give you the scale. The scale, I don't know, maybe 1 cm is to 10 kilometers. Okay, for example. So if this is the scale, okay, by the way, the scale will not be represented this way because the scale is usually represented in this manner, without unit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So the scale is usually represented in this manner, in a ratio form, in a ratio format. And not only is in a ratio format, and can you observe that it has no unit?
Yeah, so you don't know what it is.
Okay. Oh no.
But ratio doesn't have unit.
You don't have to have a unit, but you should know. Over here, 1 to 10, 1 to this is 1000, 1 million. Okay, so this is 1 to 1 million. Okay, so what this means, what this ratio means is 1 cm to 1 million cm. So if you convert, this is 1 cm to 1 million cm. Let me convert to
1 million cm. Wait,
1 million cm is, so cm to meter. So I delete 20, I will get meter. So 1 cm is to 10,000 meter. So if I convert it further,
10 km.
That is the 10 km. Yes, correct. So this means, that means this scale means if you use cm to meter is 1 to 10,000 meter. If you use cm to kilometer is 1 to 10 kilometer. So based on this scale, right? So 3 cm on the map, okay, is to what is the actual distance? I can write, I can use my x to represent the actual distance, right? And then therefore I have the 1 cm to 10 kilometers. So with this, you use cross multiply and you will get x and then you will get 30. Okay, so the answer is actually 30. Okay, so the question mark here is 30 if you are given a scale. All right, by the way, this is 30 kilometer, not 30 cm. Okay, so with a scale you get to find out the actual distance. Without a scale you cannot. Okay, good. So we have discussed the Paris to London example second time. So now you have the 6 cm on a map and 18 kilometer in reality. So what you do is 6 cm to 18 kilometer. Okay, just now we are given a scale. Can you see just now we are given a scale? Okay, yeah. And then given a scale, we need to find out the map to actual distance. Okay, so now we are given the map to actual distance to find the scale. So here is left to right. Then the above one is right to left. Can you see?
I can see.
Can you see? Like now you are given the map to actual. Then now you need to find out this is 1 to what?
1 to 3 km, I think.
Okay, I don't know. So, by the way, you can, okay, scale has no unit. Can you see? Scale is this. This is called a scale. So the two requirement for scale is no unit. That's the number one. No unit. Okay, and then 2, ratio format. Okay, so
Okay.
you have to do it how? Probably you can do this first. Simplify 6 divide by 6 on top, you get 1. Divide by 6, got 3. So you are right for your first step, but I mean this is only the first step. Okay, this is the only first step. This is the first step only. Okay, that is not the end. Okay, you have to make it to the same unit, because only when you have the same unit you can delete a unit. So 1 cm remain the same. So 3 kilometer, I change it to meters first. So once I change to meters, so I change it to centimeters. So from meter, I need to add 2 more zero to get me centimeter. So once you have centimeter below and centimeter above, you can delete it. So now the ratio, yes, is 300K or 300,000. Okay, so you can express it in this manner, fraction format, or you can express it in this format. Okay, ratio, this is also ratio. One is in ratio format, the other one is in fraction format, but they both are considered ratio. So the answer for this is 1 to 300,000. Do you get this answer? Yes, you get 300,000. And now you are asked to find the area. Okay, given this. Okay, you're asked to find the area given this. Okay, so
did they ask me to find the area?
Yeah, they ask you to find the area.
Wait, I forgot to put the 2 on top of the 9 km.
But never mind. So 9 kilometers square, basically your answer is.
Yeah.
So this is okay, but never mind. So you are given this 6 cm to 18 kilometer, right? So you have already changed it to what? You have already changed it to 1 to 300,000. So that's the scale, right? Or if you don't put it in this format, you can also put it in 1 cm to 3 kilometers just now. Okay. So let's see which one is easier for us to find the area. Okay, good. So this is the length ratio, like I said. This is the length ratio. So if this is the length ratio, okay, how do you convert it to area ratio? Okay, so from length ratio to area ratio, you square this.
Square.
Okay, so
okay.
you square the length ratio, you will get the area ratio. Okay, so you square it, what do you get? So the square, you square inside is 1 cm square.
Let me find
square inside is 9 kilometers square. So they say calculate the actual area if the area on the map is 3. 你的 answer 好像是错。Because this is the area ratio. This is the area ratio.
Oh.
Okay, this is the length ratio. And I think you use the length ratio to find area. That's wrong. Yeah, so you are saying 1 cm to 3 kilometer, and then you say the area on the map is 3 cm. So you put the 3 cm here, and then you ask to find question mark, and then you end up with question mark equals to 9, because cross multiply, right? So you are wrong, because this is what? This is length ratio. Are you supposed to use the length ratio to find area?
No.
Yeah, of course no. Doesn't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense. It's like, oh, I want to sleep, but I'm running. Okay. So if you are running, how to sleep? Unless you tell me you daydream of or you dream of running, then you can sleep and run. Huh? So to find area, you need to use the to find area. So use area ratio. Makes sense, right? To find area, use area ratio. It's very intuitive, right? So the area ratio is this. How do you get area ratio from length ratio? 这里 this step. Okay, that's how you get. Let me change the rate. Can you see? So from length ratio, which is 1 to 3, if you want to get the area ratio, you square the 1, you square the 3, then you get 9, which is this step. Okay, so the area ratio is actually 1 to 9. 1 cm square, 9 kilometer square. So now they say the actual or map is the map is 3 cm square. Then they want you to find the question mark. Okay, so the question mark is simple. So cross multiply. So this is 27. 3 times 9, 27. Yeah, so question mark equals to 27 kilometer square. Does it make sense to you now?
I think so.
Then which part? Okay, you don't sound convinced. So which part?
I need some time to think.
Okay.
I need some time to digest this.
Sure. Oh, by the way, this is not an easy concept. So it's okay that you take some time to digest. Charmaine, you know the other student? So the other student.
No, I do not know the other student. I only know her name is Charmaine.
Oh yes, so you know her name. So the other student also take some time to digest.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Can I give you another question on this so that you get to practice your handwriting using your mouse?
No.
No, because just now
Every time I use my mouse, you make fun of me.
You were so keen to demonstrate your drawing skills. Okay. Yeah, I will give you a question. Hold on. Oh, do you know Hailing or Halen?
Hailing or Haley?
Hailing or Halen?
Haley, right? You're talking about Haley, right?
Hailing or Halen?
No, I don't know any of them.
No,
I only know Haley.
Hey, never mind. The Sec 2 girl. Okay, Hailing.
Is it the one that tried to commit suicide before?
Oh wait. Yeah, let's call her Hailing. Okay, but we are not supposed to talk about somebody behind somebody's back. All right.
Yeah, I never talked about her behind her back before.
Okay, just focus on her name, shall we? And by the way, this lesson is recorded. Okay, this lesson is recorded. Okay, so mind your words. Mind your words. All right.
Okay.
Okay, the lesson is recorded. Mind your words. Okay, good. So yes. So she's doing Sec 2, but somehow her Sec 2 has this question. Okay, so just want to share with you also.
Wait, am I supposed to be able to solve it? I'm still primary 6.
Wait, Sec 1. This is a Sec 1. No, what I'm trying to say is Sec 2 also test Sec 1 concept.
Oh, okay.
What I'm trying to tell you is this. Sec 2, they test you Sec 1 concept. So basically, if you go to Sec 2, right, they will test you Sec 1 and Sec 2. Understand? Sec 1, they will test you from P1 to Sec 1. Okay. So that means P6 is also included. So you cannot say, oh, I go to Sec 1. I don't have to understand my P6. Cannot.
Then after Sec 1 and Sec 1 to Sec 2.
If you go to Sec 2, you will get Sec 1 and Sec 2 you will be tested. If you go to Sec 4, then you will be tested from Sec 1 to Sec 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you don't know, I let you know first. Okay, let me go to Helen's stuff. Then I'll give you the question.
Okay.
We just had lesson midweek, which is Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Then we have these questions. Hold on. Is the you're going to which school? CHIJ?
CHIJ? Sure,
No,
I'm too dumb for that. CGS. Crescent Girls.
CGS. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I can also find a CGS paper for you from Sec 2. If you want it. If you want it. But anyway, I think too early for you. Okay, never mind. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to get it to this. Then you get to solve it here. All right. Stop share and share another. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Can you see? It says a map is drawn to this scale. And then of course, 1 cm is to represent n kilometers. So find n. So you have part A, part B, part C. Okay, so try this over here. Oh, you need a bigger canvas? Okay, good. Have a bigger canvas. Or you can do it on a piece of paper. You just let me know your answer. Then how many marks? 1, 2, 4. 4 marks.
Read the question. I'm going to take a screenshot.
Oh,
I have taken a screenshot so you can move the screen however you want.
I can hear that.
The
Okay.
what?
I can hear the screenshot.
My class is talking about secondary school things.
Like what? What is secondary school things? What are some of the symbolic secondary school things?
I don't know. I need to check before I say before I can tell you.
Oh, I know what. For guys, when you move to secondary school, you will need to wear long pants. No more shorts already.
I'm gonna tell one of my friends. Hold
on, you are going to a girls' school, right? You are going to a girls' only school, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but like one of my friends,
okay.
He's a guy and he hates long pants. I'm gonna tell him, he's gonna be so angry at me.
Yeah. So long pants. Okay, so back to this.
I am doing the work now.
Mm.
I'm doing on a screenshot.
Yeah. Actually, you can do it here. You have a white canvas already.
Yes, but you kept moving the screen, so I decided to do here.
Oh. Can I insert a picture here? Let me see.
Okay.
Looks like I cannot. Okay, I'll give you a dark mode. Easier.
I'm going to do on this screen now.
Blackboard.
Yes, I want to do on the blackboard because it looks cooler.
Yeah, I also think so.
I like the blackboard. Okay. Oh no, I deleted the screen. Can I take a picture of the question again?
Then why not you use your phone to take picture, by the way?
What?
I suggest you use your phone to take picture, easier.
Okay.
Let me show you the question. Yeah.
Yo Kang Lu has started screen sharing. double click to enter full screen mode.
Mm.
There's nothing here. Oh, okay.
Okay, good. So I stop share, go back to the dark mode. Yeah.
Yeah. I can draw. Yeah.
You can key in also.
Okay.
I see nothing, by the way.
I know.
How you know I see nothing?
Because I am typing.
Oh, okay. You type hi and then you just deleted it.
This is the question, by the way. I'm not playing with my phone. Question, no. It's a question. I'm not playing with the phone. My helper just come in.
Oh, okay. So your auntie helper is a surveillance
Camera.
is a surveillance camera. I call them
Yes.
a vigilante.
Okay.
You know what's a vigilante? Yeah.
Okay. Can I use the bathroom?
Can you read this up?
A member of a self-appointed group of citizens who undertake law enforcement for their community without legal authority. Okay.
Okay.
May I use the bathroom?
Go ahead.
I have returned. So did my brother come in here just now?
I never noticed. I think you close your camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my brother said that he opened the camera and then talked to you just now. When I came out of the toilet.
No, I didn't see anything.
Okay. Liar. He is a liar.
No, he's just doing some magic.
What? Just because you wave the pen one time doesn't mean he can do magic. It's not magic. It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
You're supposed to watch the video and connect your iPad to your this MacBook next time.
Okay.
To make things easier for us.
Or what if I don't want to?
No, otherwise our lesson will be conducted in such a I call this antiquated version. Old fashioned.
Yeah, I am going to commit a crime.
What crime?
You don't scream out. Crime. I have committed a crime and put units in the ratio.
Oh no, this is okay. You cannot.
A crime.
Okay, you can use the different units in ratio, but you cannot use the same unit in ratio.
Okay. Okay, understood. So, a question. Is 1 cm to 0.75 cm?
Yep, correct. So your this conversion is correct. This is the length ratio.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you figure out part 1 already. The n is 0.75. You know, a lot of my other students, they have started using a stylus or Apple Pencil already. Only you are the stubborn one who still want to type.
I am the stubborn one.
Some more you type so slowly.
I'm talking to the jar. Did you want to do the magic?
No. Okay, ask your DD to please stay away for our lesson first.
Stay away. Do not do the magic.
Come back to you after our lesson. Thank you.
Close the damn door. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, the entire lesson is recorded, so please mind your words. You don't want to you don't want to see yourself in 20 years time.
Damn, it's not a sweater. Even my English teacher in like my school, right? She said the SHIT. She said the DAMN. She said HELL.
Okay. No, I'm afraid that you are on the brink of saying something worse. Before you cross the line, I need to remind you, you are on the line already. Right? Who knows? You might cross the line. Now you're on the line.
N equals to 0.75. No.
Yeah, you got the first question right. Yeah, you got the first part.
I am the stubborn one.
As stubborn as stain, right?
What is stain?
You know, some stain, they are so stubborn, it's very hard to remove.
Oh, you mean like the shirt stain, right?
Ink stain.
Oh, okay.
Shirt stain, you can use bleach to remove them. But some marker, permanent marker ink, right? Oh, so you are as stubborn as a permanent marker.
So mean.
Oh yeah, when are you going to receive your school admission results? The outcome?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I told you earlier just now. but
for
you are
you,
not.
for you, I think you are like more or less certain where
Crescent
you,
Girls' School.
yeah, where
Because my form only had one option.
oh, yes, yes. So
My
yeah,
form
you're
admission
more or
form
less-
only had one option, and it was go to Crescent Girls' School.
yeah. So for you is more or less certain already.
Also, I'm going to learn Arabic apparently.
Arabic as your third language. Your third
Yeah,
language. Okay.
Malay and Arabic.
Malay and Arabic or Arabic only?
No, because like they had two options and we were supposed to fill out both two, and I was given three languages to learn.
Oh, nice. And you can't even handle the second one well, right?
Yes.
Okay, looks good. So B is good. C is the part area.
Wait, let me key in the answer first. There. You know some of my classmates, right? They saw some of the videos that because like I
Really?
told them
Uh-huh.
if they need help, they can go to your YouTube account, and then they saw me.
They saw me?
First thing, no, they saw me in the
okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
And the first thing they said was cringe.
Uh-huh.
I am not cringe.
Okay. Okay lah, as long as they don't make a meme out of your photo, then I'm fine with that.
No, why did you have to say that?
Yeah.
If they watch this video, then they confirm it one.
Okay.
I already have a meme of me.
Okay. So after the break, you show me your meme, okay?
Okay.
Okay, for part C, finding area. So you need to use the area ratio. You are as slow as a snail.
I'm trying to read.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got it. I do not like this question.
What's the area ratio in the first place?
Hold on. My class is too noisy.
Yeah, I keep hearing I guess those are notification from
what I am seeing on my phone, right? From what I am seeing on my phone, they're talking about gum.
Never mind, you just
going to America soon.
Can you put your phone into focus mode or sleep mode or whatever mode you can silence whatever mode you can silence your notifications. Yep. So once again, what is the area ratio given the length ratio above?
What is square centimeters? Oh wait, it's the cm square
cm
thing.
square. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
I was dumb for a moment and then I realized.
Okay. Are you typing it in?
Yes, I am. Can you hear the type?
I can hear the typing sound, but no words appeared here.
Yeah, because I am doing okay. Job.
Okay.
You know when I'm typing, right?
You
And
do it
if I didn't
somewhere
press-
and then copy and paste here?
What?
You
No.
Okay.
Like when I'm typing, right?
Yeah.
The box, right? If I you see if I press the anywhere but the box, then it will appear.
Ah,
But
okay.
I'm not allowed to go back to it anymore, so I have to start a new box.
Okay, got it. Huh? What is this? What's this? What's the area ratio?
Isn't it supposed? Wait.
You need to write down the area ratio first.
km square.
No.
The lake has an actual area of 3.5 km square.
That is the actual area. I'm talking about area ratio. I'm not talking about area now. So the length ratio is given in part A. Can you see your area? Your length ratio is given in part A. This part. 1 cm to 0.75 kilometer. Can you see the length ratio here?
Yeah.
So you need to get this length ratio to area ratio first.
Okay.
How do you get the length ratio 1 cm to 0.75 kilometer to the area ratio?
I am going to mute this chat. I am going to mute that chat. I have done muting it. I am done muting it.
How come you make life so hard for yourself? You just have to put your phone into silence mode or whatever. Focus.
I did. I put it into silence mode already.
Never mind.
I already put it in silence mode.
Never mind.
Hold on.
You have just exposed yourself not knowing how to put your phone into silence mode.
I do know how to put my phone into silence mode. You're mean.
Why you delete your part A? There's no need to delete part A. Part A is part A. You just have to change the length ratio to area ratio in part C. You don't delete your part A answer, right? You don't delete your part A answer. When you do question, you have finished part A, just leave it there. You don't delete your part A. Crazy stuff. Then later you blame the computer never help you save. You want to expose yourself second time?
No, I blame you. One cm to 0.75 k.
Part A is the length ratio. So get your this length ratio to area ratio for part C before you continue.
Area ratio.
Yeah. How do you get from length ratio to area ratio?
The cross thing.
No, length ratio. You need to type. Okay, write down the length ratio. How do you get the length ratio to area ratio? Wait. You need to put a unit. This is not without unit. This is not right. This is wrong without the unit.
This is not wrong. I'm gonna put units. See?
You don't do silly thing. Just key in. It looks so ugly.
Yeah.
Good. Then how do you change this length ratio to area ratio? This is length ratio. How do you change it to area ratio? What you do?
0.75 km times 0.75 km.
You square it.
Okay. Let me find something.
So you square it.
Square.
1 square is 1.
0.75 square. 5625.
Write it down.
I am. Like this, right?
How come you only write the 0.75 square? Then where's your 1? So basically, you square this, what you get? Ratio is in between. You square this,
Yeah.
you get 0.5625 km squared. Then for the 1 square cm, you get 1 cm squared. So this is the area ratio. So once you have the area ratio, what did they say? They say the actual one on the map or actual one?
They said, wait. They said the area in squares of the lake on the map give answer to correct to 3 significant figures.
They give you the map or they give you the actual?
The actual area, 3.5 km.
Okay, good. So you have this area ratio, which is 1 cm squared to 0.5625 km squared. So this is not the right way because by the way, I already stopped using the ratio format because I don't like it. It's not good for calculation. So you switch this from today onwards to fraction format.
Okay.
So once you have this in the fraction format, they say the actual is 3.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to find a map, question mark. So how do you do it? Cross multiply, right? In fact, the question mark, you can take it as x. So it's 0. So cross multiply, you get 0.5625x. It goes to 3.5 times 1 is 3.5. So x is equal to 3.5 divided by 0.5625. So what's the answer? Coming out.
6 point. Okay.
Yep, 6 point. And round to 2 decimal places, right? They say.
Round to 3.
Ah.
No, wait. 3 significant figures. So 2 decimal places.
Yep. Oh wait, you don't call it like that. You okay? First thing first, you don't round first. You just give me the entire string.
6.2222222 something.
6.22. Cm squared. Okay.
Yeah.
So the step is change your this. Use your length ratio, change it to area ratio, and the area ratio, don't write it in this format anymore. Stop. Fraction format. Okay, good. I'm going to take a drink and then quickly go to the bathroom. I will come back in a short while, like 2 minutes. All right, so see you in 2 minutes. Dame there. Dame there. Yeah, hi, I'm back. All right.
Hello.
Okay, good. Okay, so remember this kind of question. Okay, all you need to do is given the length ratio 1 to what's that? 0.75, right? Okay, you must write the unit because they are of different units here. Okay, that's the number one step. This is the length ratio. All right. So given the length ratio, you need to get to the area ratio before you can find the area. How do you do from length ratio to area ratio? You
put a 2 on top.
You square it. All right. So you square both. So once you square both, you get 1 square. Cm square equal to 0.75 is 0.56 something, right? Never mind. I cannot recall. So this is the area ratio. And like I say, never use the ratio format anymore. Change it to fraction format. It makes your life easier. And then this is 35, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you just cross multiply and you can find out x already. All right.
I can hear background noise.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I can hear someone talking.
Yeah. Okay. So when you have your Zoom meeting or when you have your Zoom lesson, you cannot. So sometimes your brother comes in. Then sometimes my mom wakes up and all kinds of noise. Yeah, I can understand. All right. So yeah, I'm not as how should I say? I'm not as good as you. You have a big room by yourself, and you stay in a big house. Okay.
You don't have to.
Okay, good. Next question from your work. Okay, the next question is let me see. They say the spot in a room is illuminated by a lamp, the intensity, and then all this. What's the intensity, then double, and then all this. Okay, good. Hold on, let me just size the thing. Okay, I can see both. Okay, good. A spot in a room is illuminated by a lamp. So you just assume that there is a spot which is here, right? And this spot is illuminated by a lamp. And then it says what? The lamp is dcm away. So imagine there is a lamp here. Okay. So this is a lamp. And then of course it shines onto this spot. And by the way, they say the distance between these two is dcm away. dcm. And then it says the intensity L of the light on the spot is inversely proportional to the square of d. Okay, good. You know what's the meaning of this? You know what is the meaning of this? Like the intensity. The intensity is inversely proportional.
I know what does intensity mean, but I don't know inversely proportional.
To the distance. Very good. So what is the what does intensity means? The brightness basically. Okay, the brightness.
Okay.
What's the meaning of proportional?
Wait, let me check my notes.
No need, you don't need to check. Proportional means you eat more, okay? Then your weight,
Oh wait, but gain less weight.
yeah, you will gain more weight. Okay? So that's called proportional. So if you eat more, your weight, if you eat more, if you eat more, so your weight will also increase. Okay? So if you eat less, then your weight is reduced. Okay? That's called proportional. Okay?
Okay.
Then what? So what is the meaning of inversely proportional? Can you make a guess? What's in? So proportional, the word proportional means this. Okay? Then what if you add a word inversely proportional in front? Inversely in front. What's the meaning of inverse? Reverse.
So like, okay.
So
Okay.
can you give me an example when you do something more and then your something is less? Exercise. If you exercise more, right?
Gain more weight.
I think generally, like let's say if you exercise more, generally your weight will come down. If you exercise less, your weight will increase.
Go up.
Yeah. Can you see that over here is this kind of relationship is called inverse relationship.
Okay, understood.
For the above one, you eat more, your weight will go up. If you eat less, your weight will go down. This is not inverse. This is proportional. Okay. So proportional means eat more, weight increase, eat less, weight reduce. If you add the word inverse in front, one is up, the other one is down. One is down, the other one is up. Okay? Inverse means opposite effect. Okay? Okay, good. So just now the statement is the intensity of the spot is inversely proportional to the distance. Okay, let me just demonstrate this to you. So you have a spot here, and then you have the lamp here. So this is the distance, right?
Okay.
So can I ask you, if the distance is, okay, let's assume that now the distance is 3 cm.
As the distance increases, the
Yes.
intensity decreases.
Why?
The intensity of light decreases.
It makes sense, right? Okay, so if 3 cm is very close, right? 3 cm means close. Okay, so the light will shine onto this spot. So okay. Now imagine instead of 3 cm, you move it by so much. So if you move it by so much, can you see that now it's far away? Can you see now that the distance is so far away? So if the distance is so far away, what do we expect? Then you will expect that the intensity will decrease, right? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So if that means basically if okay, you can test. Let's say tonight, okay, you can see this effect coming up. Okay, so you just switch on your light and you try to go far away from the light, and then in fact the corner of the room you will not see the brightness that intense at the corner of the room. But if you go right below the light, right, you can actually see it's very bright right below the light, right?
Okay.
So that's the meaning of this. That's the meaning of this sentence. Intensity of the spot is inversely proportional to the distance between the two objects. Okay, you can test it yourself. Okay, tonight. So if you have a light, so right below, this is very bright, right? But if you go to the corner of the room, so this is the corner of the room, okay, and you see that, okay, maybe you don't see it, you don't see anything at the corner, okay, it's like not so bright because of the distance. Okay, if over here is right below is near, so this is far away. So if it's far away, not so bright. If it's near, very bright. So does it make sense? Okay, good. So if we need to use a mathematical is a maths expression, how do we express the statement just now? Can you still remember the maths expression to replace English? No more than 30 people. How do you use? How do you express no more than 30 people?
This
yes,
thing, right?
less or equal to 30.
Yeah.
Okay, that's no more than. Okay, so this thing is called maths maths expression. So the same thing. So how do you use a maths expression to represent this statement? Okay, so intensity, they say you use the letter L to represent. Then the distance, they say you use the letter D to represent. So that means how do you link up this L to D to represent this statement? Okay, you have not learned this before. This is a new concept. Okay, so we are going to explore how you can.
You disappeared.
Pardon?
You disappeared.
I disappear?
Mm.
Oh, okay, never mind. My camera turns off. But anyway,
No, it's already your camera turned off. Your whole entire human is gone.
Turns off. But never mind, I'm still around. So need to wait for my cameras to turn back up. But anyway, never mind. So this is a new concept. How to translate this English statement into a mathematical expression. Okay. Okay, let's do a easy one first. So what if let me see. Okay, good. The amount of food you eat. So the amount of food you eat, what you like to eat the most? Huh?
Air.
Okay, you like to eat McDonald's.
Air. I like air. I don't like
okay.
McDonald's. I like air. I like air.
Cannot be. If you like air, you cannot be this. You cannot be this grown up already. You will not grow up. You will be so malnourished. But anyway, the amount of food you eat is M. And then the weight is W. Okay. So how do you use a mathematical representation to represent the relationship between these two, M and W? So you represent it by doing this. M is equal to KW. right? So these represent a proportional relationship. Proportional relationship. Okay, I will explain to you soon.
Wait,
Okay.
you're not going to explain to me now?
Pardon?
You're not going to explain to me now?
Soon, yes, now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so let's explore this equation here. Can you see this is an equation? Okay, why do I call this an equation? Can you see that there is an equal sign? So it's an equation. All right, and this is a proportional relationship. Proportional relationship. This is a proportional relationship. Let me show you why I call this a proportional relationship. So if I times a 2, so M is equals to KW. Let me rewrite the equation. Let's say if I times a 2 here. If you times a 2 here, can you see that you also times a 2 on the right?
Yeah.
Okay, probably you cannot tell from here. Let me use another example. So the amount of food, so the amount of food is 2 kilograms. And then the K is just a K, and then the weight is actually 30 kilograms. Yes. Okay, good. So 2 is equal to K times 30. Okay, so now what is K? How do you find K? So K is equal to 2 divided by 30, right?
2 divided by 30.
And then 1 over 15, right? So that's your K.
Yeah.
Okay, so K is equal to 1 over 15. So based on the equation above, M is equal to KW. M is equal to KW. And we find that K is 1 over 15. So M is equal to 1 over 15 W. Okay, if you look at this. Now, what if, okay, just now the M is 2, W is 30. So can I ask you, what if I 2 times the 2? So what are you getting? 2 times 2, what you get?
4.
4. So your M is replaced by 4. So let's see whether our W, what is our W here? So if you 2 times the M, so right now, how do you get W? W is equal to 4 divided by 1 over 15. You get 60. So compared to 30 just now, now you have 60. So the relationship is from 30 to 60, you times 2 as well, right? Actually, the arrow should be here, 30 to 60. You times 2, right? So can you see that if you 2 times the amount of food from 2 to 4, and then you also 2 times the weight. Okay, so this is a proportional relationship. Okay, so far so good.
Yeah.
So this is a proportional. So for proportional relationship, you use this y equals to kx formula. Okay, so for reverse or for inversely proportional relationship, so inversely proportional means opposite. So you use this formula. Y equals to k over x. Okay.
Got
so
it.
Just now the question is inversely proportional. The intensity of the light, which is L, is inversely proportional to the distance, square of the distance, is it? Square of the distance. So this is called square of the distance.
Okay.
Okay, so you use this formula. So just write it like this. And then the question is, let me just go to the question. So what it says at a certain distance d, the intensity is 60 unit. Okay, so it's 60 unit when the distance is this. So what is k? So k is equal to 60 d squared. So k is equal to this. Cross multiply. By the way, 60 is 60 over 1. So therefore, your k is equal to 60d squared. So if k is equal to 60d squared, so you just change the k to 60d squared. Okay?
Okay, got it.
From here.
Why does 60d squared look like God
Yeah.
square?
Yeah.
Why?
Good that you notice. Okay, so now the formula becomes this. Okay, so now what it says what is the intensity when the distance is double? So right now your distance is double. So let me rewrite L is equal to 60d squared over d squared. So your distance is double. So your d is no longer d. Your d is actually no longer d, is 2d. That's double. So from d, it becomes double 2d. Okay, and then 60d squared is still 60d squared. Okay, then how do you do this? So 60d squared is still 60d squared. The denominator, so when you have a square, you square the 2, you square the d. So you square the 2 square becomes 4.
2 squared.
D, you square the d, you get d squared. So cancel d square, both top and bottom. Divide by 4, 15. Divide by 4, 1. So L is equal to 15.
15.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So L becomes 15.
Okay.
So compared to the, so just now L is equal to what? Just now L is equal to 60.
These 60d squared and d squared.
So 60d squared and d squared is equal to 60. So just now L is 60. Now L is 15. So from 60 to 15, so it's reduced, it's reduced, right? Reduced by a factor of 1/4. So when the distance double, the intensity a quarter. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this
Okay,
is
got it.
so the relationship is when the distance double, then the intensity a quarter. Okay. And then if you look at the another question, then they talk about the charge, the rate. I think the 16, you get it all right. This is simple P6 mathematics. Okay, simple P6 mathematics. Then I want to talk about 14. Question 14. It says recipe for a soup. Recipe for a soup. It says every 40 grams should be mixed with potato. So 400 grams of tomato. should be mixed with 1.5 kilogram of potato. So for 100 gram to 1200 gram. So if you have the same unit, then you don't have to write the unit out. If you don't have the same unit, then you have to write the unit out. So same unit, no need. If you have different unit, then you need to write. Okay, they are both correct. Okay, same unit, no need to write unit. Different unit, write the unit down. Okay.
Okay.
So now they say then every 215 go with so another mixture 250 gram of tomato. You mix with 125 gram of onions. So same unit, no need to put unit. Then suppose the masses of potato in the soup are so tomato to potato to onion. So you are asked to find the unit. Okay, pretty simple. So you have two pairs of, so you have one pair here. This is your first pair of ratio. And then you have the second pair of the ratio. And now you are asked to form just one single ratio. So how you do this? Okay, so the approach is pretty simple. All you need to do is, let me get rid of this. I don't need the English statements because I already have the mathematics expression or the mathematics representation. So I don't need this. Okay, so this is tomato. This is tomato to potato. This is tomato to onion. Okay, so if you simplify, right, the first pair, if you simplify the first pair, you realize that this is actually 1 to 3. Tomato to potato is 1 to 3. Okay, you simplify it first. And then for the second pair, you also need to simplify first. So if you simplify this tomato to onion, you realize this is tomato. Tomato is 2 to 1. So now it's pretty simple. So you combine these two simplified ratio. So tomato to potato is 1 to 3. And then you have the tomato to onion. Tomato is 2. And then your onion is 1. Okay, good. That's good enough. So if you pair it in this order, you realize what? You realize that, can you see that your tomato is 1, but your tomato here is 2. So what you need to do, you need to change this tomato to the same, okay? From 1, you change it to the same number. So this one is from 1 to 2, right? So 1 to 2. So 1 to 2 is times 2. You times 2 here already. So you also need to times 2 for this. So it becomes 6. So now you can actually write down from this one, you will get onion to tomato to potato is 1 to 2 to 6. Okay, so if they ask you to arrange it in this manner, tomato first, tomato is 2, potato is 6, onion is 1. Do you get this? 2 to 6 to 1. You don't get, yes, you get it, 2 to 6 to 1. Very good. That's the way. And then if the total mass of these 3 ingredients is 1.8 kilometer, very good, kilogram. They say the 3 of them, these 3 of them, add to 1.8 kilometer. So this 3, so 1, 2, 6, so it's 9. 9 to 1.8 kilogram. So what they want to find? Find the mass of the tomato. Tomato is here. So 2 is how much? 0.4 lah. Okay, so this is your P6 method. So if you use a different method, very simple. So 2 to 9 is x to 1.8. So cross multiply 9x, 2 times 1.6. So 9x is 3.6. So x equals to 3.6 divided by 9. So it's 0.4. Okay, yeah, so it's 0.4 kilogram. Very simple. Okay. Yep, so you got it right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the 12. 12 is.
Why do you skip questions?
Pardon?
Why do you skip the questions?
Oh, because I see that some of the questions are very simple. Like 13 and 14, right? You can see that 13
okay,
is.
so the easy questions you skip, the hard questions you correct.
And by the way, the 13 and 14, right? They are similar, and 14 is harder. Okay, then if you get the 14 correct, then of course 13 you should not have
I
problem.
don't know how to do question 12C because it's all T and square.
Great. Very good. So I'm not sure if your this A is correct. So I'm going to just go from the simple one first. So 12A, very good. So 12A is 7x divided by 7 to the power of 4 and 343. If you look at this, right, you will realize that 7x, then you can use 74 times 343. So I see that 343 times 74 is 823543, right? Then you just need to test, okay, you just need to test 7 to the power of what give you this 823543. So, 哇，真的吗？ Wrong. X is not equals to 823543 divided by 7. This is not divide. Can you see that the X is a power?
I know.
So that means how you decide.
I didn't know how to do it. So
can you test 7 to the power of 12? What do you get?
7 to the power of 12.
Yeah. Let me use my calculator here also.
13841287201.
Okay, this is too much. 7 to the power of 12, right? If you can see, is 138412. This is too big.
27201.
So that means 12 is not the answer, because what you want to get is, by the way, this is wrong. This is not, you don't use divide. This is not divide because this is the power. This is the power. Okay? If how come you make this mistake? Right? This is the power. So now you need to ask yourself, 7 to the power of what give you this? So just now we test 7 to the power of 12. That's too much. What about 7 to the power of 7? Test. What do you get?
7 to 7. Wait.
Let me test.
23543.
对咯, so the answer is 7. Because 7 to the power of 7 give you 823543. So therefore your x, can you see that x is the power? Can you see that? X equals to 7. Can you see? That's how you get the x equals to 7.
Okay.
Right. Okay, when you divide, right? If you have 7x equals to 84, x is equal to 84 divided by 7, which is 12. But now the question is 7 to the power of x. This is the power. Okay, equals to, I don't know, if you get 49, how do you do this? You need to test 7 to the power of what gives you 49. Okay? You don't divide. Okay. So for the question just now is 7. Okay. 下一题。10 to the power x equals to this. Okay, good. Very simple. This one is simple. 10 to the power x equals to 0.0001. So all you need to do is you use, okay, this is, what is this? This is 1 times 10 to the power of, can you still remember this? So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go to the left by -4. So x equals to -4.
Okay, got it.
So in fact, can you see that the power can be negative number in this case? So what I want to teach you here is, if you have 10 to the power of 2, your answer is going to be bigger. So it's bigger. If you want to get a smaller number, you just have a negative power. So if you have -2, this will be 0.01. So negative power will give you a smaller number on the right. Okay. So when you power something, if you want to make it bigger, you use a positive number. But if you want to make it smaller, you use a negative power. Make sense?
Yes.
Good. The last question for 12, very simple. Not so simple, but very simple for me. So 这个 t 的 okay, t, so it's t to the power x equal to t to the power 3, and then you have t times square root t. Okay, this I'm not too sure whether this is in your syllabus, but it's simple. So t to the power x is still on the left. I don't do anything, but you can actually do this first. T to the power of 3 and t, what do you get? Divide by a t, you get t to the power of 2. Divide by a t, t is gone. So you end up with t squared over square root t. Okay, so square root t is t to the power of 12, a half. So if you have this, very simple. So this is t 2 minus half, which is t 2 minus half is 1.5. So tx is equal to t and 1.5. So x is equal to 1.5. So power and power base cancel. Okay, so the formula, so there are some formulas you need to memorize here. Okay, let me give you some formulas. A to the power of 2 times a to the power of 3. What do you think? A to the power of 2 plus 3. So it's a to the power of 5. So please memorize. Okay, if you have a to the power of 2 minus a to the power of 1, not minus, divide. So you will get a to the power of 2 minus 1. Then you will get a to the power of 1. Okay? So these are the formulas you need to memorize. So I am using the formula, I'm using this formula just now for this part. For this part. So this part, t to the power of 2 divided by t to the power of half. Can you see it as t to the power of 2 divided by t to the power of half? Can you see it like this?
Yes.
So once you see it, see it like this, right? Then you compare to this one. So you have t to the power of 2 divided by t to the power of half. Can you see it as, can you compare? So it will become t2 minus half. So t2 minus half is t2 minus half is 1.5. I'm using this formula to solve this. Okay, so 2 formulas for you to.
Now this is algebra, right?
Yes, this is algebraic manipulation. Algebraic.
But this is very confusing.
Manipulation. Oh, manipulation. By the way, is confusing if you cannot remember these two formulas.
That's the problem.
这个
confirm 记不到的。
这个 and then
看
this
到了。
Okay. Actually, it's very easy to memorize. Let me teach you how. Let's do the times one first. So a to the power of 3 times a to the power of 2. So a to the power of 3 means how many a you have? 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
So a to the power of 2, how many a you have? Hello, how many a you have?
2a.
2a, good. A times a. So if you see it this way, so you have 3a from this one, then you have 2a from this one. So you just count how many a in the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, you have 5a. 5a means a to the power of 5. Does it make sense? So can you see that a to the power of 3 times a to the power of 2 is a to the power of 5? So it's a to the power of 3 plus 2.
Okay.
So this is times. Okay, let's do the other one, divide. A to the power of 5 divided by a to the power of 2. Okay, so divide you can see as fraction. So a to the power of 5, how many a you have? 5 of them, right? Right? Divide.
Yeah.
A to the power of 2, 2a, right?
That's not a.
Never mind, just alpha. Take it as a. Okay? Then now what you have? A delete. A delete. So in the end, how many a left? 1, 2, 3. So a to the power of 3. So can you see that this one, or rather, this one is equal to a to the power of 3. So it's a 5 minus 2 is a to the power of 3. So you don't have to memorize. 你刚才说 confirm 记不住 no need to. I think it's pretty easy to memorize.
I will take screenshot. Done.
Why you need to take screenshot? Just go and watch this recorded video again.
But then it will be so I don't find the where we were talking about.
Oh no, I mean I remember I think last week we talked about which school to choose for Nancy, and then I think the parents wanted to take photos of the materials I shared, right? Then I asked them, you don't have to, because this video is recorded, or the spreadsheet is with me. I just share you the video, or I can share with you the spreadsheet, and then you don't have to take photos. Just listen, by the way. Okay, for recorded video, you don't take screenshot, no use. Just go and watch the recorded video. Okay. Okay, good. So that means the two formulas is very easy. If it's times, what you do? If it's times, what you do?
Plus the 3 plus the 2, 5 equals the a 5.
Yes. So if it's divide, what you do? You minus. Simple as that. Okay? Yeah. So with this, I think there is a better, easier way to solve the first question, which is 7 to the power of x divided by 7 to the power of 4.
X plus
this is
4.
3, 4, 3, right? So how do you solve this question? Using the above. So
X plus
7,
4.
this one will give you x minus 4 equals to 3, 4, 3. Am I right?
7.
Huh?
Oh, okay. 3, 4, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
You
So
wrote 7. Oh, that wasn't 3.
at first, yes. At first, yes. Okay. So Y minus because divide, right? So now what you need to do is 7x minus 4 equals to 343 is 7 to the power of 3, right?
Yes.
You test 743 is 7 to the power of 3. Okay?
743 is 7 to the power of 3. 7 4 3 is
You just 7 times 7 times 7 lah, right?
Yeah.
So once you get this, can you see that your 7 is the base? You can cancel. Both have the 7, you cancel the base, then you only left x minus 4 equals to 3. So x equal to 7. No? So this is another way to solve this. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So you see, in fact, today I think we learned some very important concept. Okay. So one of the concept is this: a to the power of 3 times a to the power of 2, a3 plus 2, a to the power of 5. And a to the power of 5 divided by a to the power of 1 is a, 5 minus 1 is a to the power of 4. So these are the two formulas you need to memorize. And then the second concept is about map to real life, reality. Okay, you have two.
This one you already taught me last week.
Yes, but today we built on it. Okay, length ratio is last week, but today we somehow we built on it to emphasize. How do you get from length ratio to area ratio? You square it.
Square.
Okay, and now of course we talk about the inverse proportional versus inverse proportional. Inverse.
Okay.
Right, these two relationships. Then over here is y equals to kx. This is y equals to k over x. All right.
Okay.
And then of course the sec1 method to solve things. Okay. Okay, good. So in fact, you can go back and watch the recorded video. By the way, you can watch the recorded video at half speed or 2 times speed or 4 times speed. Do you know how to do it?
Yes, but teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Go back where?
The link 啊，你不懂吗？
可是你讲 go back and watch，呀，我会去 watch，可是 go back where? I'm already at home.
Go back means you're already at home.
Yes, I'm already at home.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, go back means go back to real life and watch, not during our lesson. All right?
Okay.
Yes. Any other question?
Yes. No.
没有啊，没有，then 就拜拜了。
没有。No， 我没有，拜拜。
我等一下，你妈妈在吗？
在。
哎，妈妈，哎，妈妈，我现在 stop recording 先。